Snowflake String Art. I know we're really sick of snow. When I planned this event, we hadn't had any snow yet. I mean, except for around Halloween. Do you want to copy and paste those links into the comment section on both of ours?
Yep.
If you didn't stop in and pick up a kit, that's okay. You can still craft along with us. You can just hang out here and watch us make this craft, or you can make it at home. I'll go through all the materials you'll need and you can start getting them ready. This is a template design that I have made, and it is available. Frank is putting the link to our event page so you can print out the template at home, and if you are printing it yourself, you need 2 copies. Once we hammer the nails in and rip the paper off, it's not going to be useful to you anymore. So you're definitely going to want a second copy so you can see where the lines all need to go. So he'll be commenting that in the section here soon, and you'll be able to print that out. But just to get started, the materials we're using today, we've got a 1x10, 10x10 pine board. I've sanded the sides, kind of our favorite sandpaper. Okay, Frank, tell me again. It's actually a metal sandpaper.
Yeah, it's just an emery cloth.
It's an emery cloth. I really like it. It's a lot less frustrating than regular sandpaper. Not that regular sandpaper is frustrating, but I enjoy using it more. It seems to do the job really quick. So like I said, we've got our board. We sanded the edges already today. The template, like I said, is going to be coming to you soon to print out. It is on Art 101's event of Craft Along Night. So you should be able to maybe download that to your computer and print it out. So that's free. So you can craft along with us. The paint we're using today is Apple Barrel. Really cheap. You can get from Walmart or about any craft store. Brush, I was going to include foam brushes, but decided to go ahead and just use a regular 2-inch brush. My little cup, I've got some hydrogen peroxide. We'll use this to water down the paint so it soaks into the board a lot quicker than waiting for just some thick paint to dry. Of course, string art, we're going to need some string. We're just using some embroidery floss. I chose white. As you notice, my example one here is red, but since I've got a red one, I decided to go with some of this mountain blue. The white should still stand out on there. Pretty good. Got, of course, a popsicle stick. We can stir some of the paint in with the hydrogen peroxide. And nails, of course, we're going to need. I've got them here in our little dish. This is actually a garlic grinder that Frank has made before. We still have some for sale. If you want to stop by the shop, if you're interested, they work really handy as holding your nails or to help you make some awesome garlic bread. We need a hammer for our nails, and my other tool that wasn't on the list that you might need are some tweezers. The little bits of paper can get stuck under your nails, and sometimes you need to get in there and kind of dig them out. So those are all of our tools. We will, I think, be changing the angle of our camera so you can get an overhead view of what we're doing here. But go ahead and get all your supplies ready. I'm going to adjust our camera and we'll get started. If you don't want to get your workspace messy, of course put down some news tubes. I feel like we're going to get pretty messy. So I don't really like this little yucky piece on here, so we're going to flip it over. Like I mentioned before, I've got some hydrogen peroxide that I'm going to use to water down my paint. It'll make it almost like a stain, you know, minus the odor and extensive drying time. This might be a little, obviously a little thinner than usual paint. If you want it to stand out with a brighter color, you can certainly add multiple coats. So this is really watered down, trying to get it mixed up a little bit better. Let me know if you get any comments. If you'd like to say hi or wave, hit the like button, or you can head on over to our Facebook page. Frank will shout them out to me if he sees them. If you have comments about what we're doing, feel free to chat us up. This mixed pretty good. If you were at our live craft along, was that last week? A couple weeks ago? We were doing some tin can luminaries. We had our helper, our son Fox was helping. He is taking a unfortunately late nap right now, so he is not going to be helping us on this project. Which he'll be really sad because he enjoys painting. I mean, as much as any toddler does, I guess. Make sure you get all the sides. Do you have to? No, but every time I don't paint the sides on my project, I walk past it later and think that it looks terrible hanging on the wall. So I'm gonna do it. There we go, getting messy already.
You got about 18 people watching you so far. 19.
Do we? 19 people are here watching. That is great. We're glad you could join us. What are you doing this Friday night? We're crafting. We are doing some string art. I don't want to get too much paint on my original, but if you're just joining us, this is our string art we're making. Yes, my original is red. I've already got a red one, so I'm going to make a blue one. Yeah, we actually are ready to let some paint dry, as boring as that sounds. I think I'm going to grab some paper towels and help kind of blot some of our bigger puddles, kind of rub it in like you would a stain. Like I said, I did water this down with hydrogen peroxide. A lot of places use it as an alternate to stain because you can choose colors, it's odorless, and dries relatively quickly. It is starting to dry in some parts, but wow, I really like the wood grain though. It's kind of the nice part, again, about thinning down your paint this way. Do you like that better, Frank?
I don't know, I can't see it yet.
Oh.
I'm a little behind.
Oh, the video's a little behind. Wow, I actually really like that. It just looks kind of wood stained. So with any of our templates, you want to make sure that they're centered on your board. I'm going to eyeball it. That's pretty good. So you can just start at any one of your dots. Those are where all the nails go. Let me know if the camera starts jumping around too much, okay, Frank? Or I could have you jump in and do these. We'd get done a lot quicker. Better hammer technique than I do.
If you want, I can jump in and do it real quick.
Okay, I'll let you. Yeah, we'll swap. We're a tag team. We're the package deal. It'll probably go a lot quicker. It'll probably look a lot nicer. We can handle that. Yeah, if you're here watching us, if you've got a question or comment, go ahead and type that in. We would be happy to answer any questions you've got.
Yeah, so as I'm going, I'm kind of going from the top down. So I have a place for my fingers. You saw where I got a little bit, like here, I gotta reach my fingers around.
Super handy for holding the nails though. They don't roll away. It's pretty great.
And these are some little number 3 ring shanks, so you don't have to pound them in too hard for them to stay.
You just want to make sure they don't wiggle around if you try to wiggle them with your finger. We have had people try to go. Yeah, we had people try to nail till they're almost all the way down into the wood. That won't work. You need to be able to wrap the string around it. That junk nails. Get out of here. Once you get all your nails in and looking great, way to go, Frank. You're going to tear off this paper. Like I said, here is where you're going to need that second copy. I don't know. I have seen somebody kind of work all this up and they ripped it off. Actually, I think that was you. Maybe it wasn't. They ripped the whole thing off and it was still a single sheet of paper. You could see where the nails were going, but it's like that, but with the whole sheet. I know, Frank. I got one over here that's a little crooked. There we go. Alright, so yeah, we took the paper off and it just looks like a whole bunch of nails and a board. And a blob. So again, we've got the second sheet, so you can kind of see where we need to put the string. So that's up here at the top. Of course, I also have this as a reference. Looks like I went this way with it. That little V's up at the top. So I've got that to look at for reference. You can also use this as another reference. But I'm gonna take that off of there. If you find where the middle is, I do like to stick it around my wrist just so it doesn't get tangled in a lot of these other nails. Actually, I believe I started in the middle with this one. It has been a while since I made this design, so I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. We're not supposed to tell people that?
No, it's okay.
It is my own design. I just did it so long ago I don't believe I started in the middle. Now, scissors are another thing I didn't put on the list that I'm going to grab. If you do get them tight enough, you can cut the tail pretty short. You can always use some fingernail polish or glue or anything to tack that down.
And it's just 2 little square knots. It's not anything.
Right. I didn't get too fancy here. So as I'm going around each nail, I'm kind of doing a loop. That way it will stay in one spot. Of course, you can go this whole line and you know, do one loop at the end, but if it doesn't stick up around the head of the nail, it doesn't always look the greatest. So actually, let's branch out and get this little side one here. Now, I didn't loop it here because I want it to come back to the middle and have kind of a double line going on. Alright, go and get that one. Come back around. And most of the string arts you see are ones that they just kind of outline the picture and then fill it in. But this is definitely not that. Okay, so I kind of did that whole branch going up. I did this bottom one and the top one. Now we're going to go out this direction and do the same thing. Go out to here. Actually, having this design be only line work, it actually made it one of the more frustrating designs, I think, for people who have taken this class here at Art 101. Next little line going out. So I'm just following along where all these lines are. If you do get kind of backed in the corner and there's no way to get back out of it, you can always tie it to any of these nails and then retie on somewhere else. But this one's kind of just one long continuum. I hope it makes it fun to watch. It's kind of fun to do. Again, if you're just joining us, we are doing a craft along night here live. We had the opportunity for you guys to pick up kits from our studio. That way you would have everything you need, minus the hammer, to do this project at home. You are also very welcome to use your own supplies at home. That's why we provided this template free of charge on our event page. You can download that image, print it out. Like I've been saying this whole time, you need 2 copies because this is kind of hard to look at just a field of nails and make any sense of it. I'm moving right along. To the middle. Up to the next page. Yep, that's right. But if you do accidentally start going in here where you don't need to be, you can always, you know, just back up, retrace your steps. Again, if you like these and just making them is not for you, we would be happy to make one for you. Stop by and just talk to us about what kind of design you would like, and we can definitely help you out. Knocking stuff over. Once you kind of get the rhythm down, it just traces right along. Alright, I'm back in the middle, and I'm noticing that unless I want a double line coming out to one of these sides, it's going to be hard for me to get this little star pattern going on. So I'm actually, I think, yeah, I'll back up here and I'll go all the way around. So instead of going back to the middle, I'm going to back it up and I'm going to go around to all these up and down little pieces in the middle. And then once I get back to here, I can go to the middle and finish that last section there. And make sure sometimes this string doesn't want to tuck in around the head of the nail and it might pop off later. There again, you can use tweezers if they start to come undone. Okay, so I made it back to there, but I do want this as a double line as well, so I'm going to go around it and go back. Is it mesmerizing, Frank? Are you mesmerized?
Done enough of them now, I'm not sure.
That's true. All those ones hanging on the wall we've done, but there are so many more that aren't even up there. Or team ones. I don't have a Kansas City Chiefs one up there anymore, but I have made several of those. We have quite a few fans in town, so good luck on Sunday. So I cut it kind of short. I want to make sure this doesn't hop off of there. I'm going to push the other strings down. Ooh. And I'll knot it again. Just for funsies. No, I haven't had really a problem with them coming undone or anything. One of those better safe than sorry people. Alright! That's looking nice. We hope you enjoyed watching us do this craft. If it is something you would like to do at home at a later date or with your family and friends, you're always welcome to stop in Art 101. We usually always have string art craft stuff on hand for you to make any of our designs. We keep all of our past designs in a notebook. We can print them out for you and have them ready to go. All of our original designs. This one is available for free from that event page. If you want to print it out at home, the materials list is also in the description of that event. So if you do make a string art or a string art snowflake, post it to our page. We would love to see it. So thank you for joining us, and we will bring you another YouTube or craft along YouTube, Facebook Live, whichever one we end up running on. Our next one is scheduled for Friday, February 28th, and Frank will be painting that Under the Sea canvas painting. If you want to get the kit ahead of time, they're available for $30. If you stop in our studio and pick one up, it'll have all the paint you need, the brushes, the canvas, everything ready to go, just like this kit. If you do want a kit for all this later, again, stop by. We can hook you up. So thanks again, everybody.